We're at a tipping point. Share this video if you believe it's time more people discovered the real power they hold. Drop a comment if you're brave enough to try tonight's challenge. And if you're still unconvinced, good. Prove it wrong by testing it yourself. Because the only thing that stands between you and a radically new life is a single conscious decision to activate your untapped potential. They're trying to erase this knowledge, but we're resurrecting it. Right here, right now. Which side of history will you be on? And what if I told you that the world's most successful people aren't just lucky or hardworking? There's something else at play here, something that separates the elite from everyone else. It's a hidden knowledge, a secret so powerful that it has been guarded for centuries. Think about it. How many times have you watched in awe as billionaires and world leaders seem to effortlessly bend reality to their will? While the rest of us struggle to make ends meet, they're out there creating empires, shaping global events, and amassing fortunes that boggle the mind. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just coincidence or the result of some exceptional talent. No. It's the deliberate application of secret principles that have been passed down through generations of powerful families. Imagine growing up in a world where you're taught from birth that reality itself is malleable, that your thoughts and beliefs can literally shape the world around you. That's the reality for the children of the elite. They're not just inheriting money and connections, they're inheriting a whole different way of perceiving and interacting with the world. Now you might be thinking, that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. But what if I told you that this knowledge is rooted in ancient wisdom that has been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years? Picture this. Ancient texts filled with esoteric knowledge, carefully preserved and studied by select groups throughout history. These aren't just any old books. We're talking about writings like the Kybalion, the Emerald Tablets, and the Corpus Hermeticum. These texts contain profound truths about the nature of reality, truths that have been systematically suppressed and kept from the masses. But why? Why would this information be kept hidden? The answer is simple. Knowledge is power, and this particular knowledge is the ultimate power. It's the key to understanding and manipulating the very fabric of reality itself. Think about the implications for a moment. If you knew with absolute certainty that your thoughts and beliefs could directly influence the physical world around you, how would that change your life? How would it change the way you approach challenges, set goals, or interact with others? This is the secret that the elite have been using for centuries to maintain their power and influence. While the rest of us have been taught to see the world as a fixed, unchangeable reality, they've been quietly shaping it to their will. But here's the divine truth. This isn't just some mystical mumbo-jumbo. Modern science, particularly quantum physics, is starting to catch up to what these ancient texts have been saying all along. The observer effect, for instance, proves that reality shifts based on perception. In other words, the very act of observing something changes its behavior. Now let's connect the dots. If observation can change reality at the quantum level, and our thoughts and beliefs influence our observations, then it stands to reason that our thoughts and beliefs can, in fact, shape our reality. This is why the 1% control 99% of the world's wealth. It's not just about economic systems or inherited advantages, although those certainly play a role. It's about a fundamental understanding of how reality works, and the ability to manipulate it through belief, perception, and vibration. Meanwhile, the masses are kept distracted with fear, media, and limiting beliefs. We're taught to see the world as a place of scarcity, where success is reserved for the lucky few. But what if that's just another layer of control? The truth is, this knowledge isn't just for the elite. It's our birthright as conscious beings. And once you understand it, you can start to rewrite your own destiny. People who've cracked this code have experienced spontaneous wealth, inexplicable reality shifts, and even what some might call glitches in the matrix. But here's the most exciting part. There's still more to discover. Even among those who understand these principles, there's a final missing piece, a key that unlocks instant reality manipulation. It's a secret so profound that it could change everything. What if I told you there's a hidden technique so powerful it can make the universe bend to your will instantly? Imagine having the ability to collapse quantum possibilities at will, manifesting your desires faster than you ever thought possible. This is the secret the elite have guarded for centuries, and it's about to change everything you thought you knew about manifestation. You've learned about the law of mentalism and how your thoughts shape reality, but this final piece of the puzzle takes it to a whole new level. It's a reality-altering hack so potent, it's been kept hidden even from most of the world's elite. Are you ready to discover the ultimate shortcut to bending reality? At the heart of this technique lies the concept of collapsing quantum possibilities through focused intention. It's not just about positive thinking or visualization. It's about harnessing the raw power of quantum physics to reshape the fabric of reality itself. Think about it. In the quantum realm, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. But when we observe them, they collapse into a single state. What if you could apply this principle to your life, instantly collapsing infinite possibilities into your desired outcome? The key to this method is the fusion of intense emotion and unwavering belief. It's not enough to simply think about what you want. You need to feel it with every fiber of your being. When you combine laser-focused intention with the raw power of emotion, you create a quantum resonance that ripples through the universe, aligning reality with your desires. Here's how you can start applying this technique in your life. First, choose a specific desire or outcome you want to manifest. Be clear and precise. The universe responds to clarity. Next, close your eyes and visualize this outcome in vivid detail. See it, hear it, feel it as if it's already happened. Now here's where the magic happens. Tap into the most powerful emotion you can muster. Feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude of having already achieved your desire. Let this emotion wash over you, filling every cell of your body. As you hold this state, declare your intention out loud. Speak with authority, as if you're commanding the universe itself. Say something like, I now collapse all quantum possibilities into this reality where your desire is already manifest. Feel the power of your words resonating through your being. Here's the crucial part. Maintain this state of emotional intensity and belief for as long as you can. The longer you hold it, the more powerful the effect. Some practitioners report holding this state for hours, leading to seemingly miraculous manifestations. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. As you begin to master this technique, you'll need to consider the ethical implications of your actions. Are you using this power for the greater good? Are you considering the potential consequences of your manifestations on others? These are important questions to ponder as you wield this incredible tool. The potential of this technique is truly mind-boggling. People who've mastered it report experiencing spontaneous wealth, inexplicable reality shifts, and even glitches in the matrix. Imagine waking up one day to find your entire life transformed. of all things, and the transformative power of understanding the relationship between the above and the below. Think about that for a second. What if everything in the universe, from the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy, was connected in ways we can barely comprehend? But here's where it gets really interesting. The origins of these tablets are shrouded in mystery. They've been translated and interpreted throughout history, with versions popping up in Arabic and Latin. It's like a cosmic game of telephone, with each translation potentially unlocking new layers of meaning. Now let's talk about the Corpus Hermeticum. This isn't just one book, but a collection of writings that form the basis of Hermetic philosophy. It's all about the connection between the divine and human realms, and the pursuit of spiritual knowledge. Imagine having a guidebook that explains how to tap into the very essence of the universe itself. These texts aren't just ancient history. They've influenced various esoteric traditions that are still alive today. Ever heard of Rosicrucianism or the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? These organizations have played significant roles in keeping this ancient wisdom alive, preserving and spreading it to those who are ready to receive it. But why would these ideas be so powerful? Why would they need to be suppressed? Think about it. If you suddenly understood the true nature of reality, how would that change your life? How would it change the world? Manly P. Hall, a big name in the study of esoteric traditions, said that these Hermetic teachings reveal a hidden doctrine about the inner mysteries of life. This isn't just some vague spiritual mumbo-jumbo. We're talking about practical, applicable knowledge that's been preserved by a small group of initiated minds throughout history. One of the core principles found in these texts is the idea of as above, so below. It's a simple phrase, but it packs a punch. It suggests that by understanding the cosmos, we can understand ourselves. And if we can understand ourselves, we can change our reality. This principle has been foundational in many spiritual and philosophical systems. But why? What makes it so powerful? Well, imagine if you could look at the stars and see a reflection of your own inner workings. Or if you could understand the tides and suddenly grasp the ebb and flow of your own emotions. This isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about gaining power. And that's exactly why these texts have been systematically erased from mainstream history. Knowledge is power, and this particular knowledge? It's the ultimate power. It has the potential to empower individuals in ways that threaten established power structures. Think about it. If everyone suddenly realized they had the power to shape their own reality, what would happen to those who benefit from keeping people ignorant and powerless? But here's the divine truth. Despite centuries of suppression, these ideas have still managed to shape the philosophies of many influential figures throughout history, from scientists to artists to world leaders. The principles found in these texts have been quietly guiding human progress for centuries. So what's the central principle that ties all these texts together? What's the big secret that's been hidden in plain sight all this time? It's known as the first Hermetic principle, and it states, "The all is mind, the universe is mental." Think about that for a moment. The all is mind, the universe is mental. What if this wasn't just some ancient philosophical musing, but the key to unlocking the very fabric of reality itself? What if your thoughts were quite literally shaping the world around you right now? This is the essence of the law of mentalism, and it's about to challenge everything you thought you knew about the nature of reality. Imagine a world where your mind isn't just observing reality, but actively creating it, where your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions are the building blocks of the universe itself. Now you might be thinking, that's impossible. The world is solid, unchanging, and outside of my control. But what if I told you that this solid, unchanging reality is nothing more than an illusion created by your own mind? Here's where it gets interesting. The law of mentalism suggests that everything we perceive is shaped by our thoughts and beliefs. These act like filters, coloring our experience of the world. It's as if we're all walking around with unique pairs of glasses, each tinting the world in a slightly different way. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how two people can experience the exact same event completely differently? One person sees an opportunity while another sees a threat. One person feels excitement while another feels fear. Same event, different realities. This isn't just a matter of perspective. It's a fundamental principle of how reality itself operates. But it goes even deeper than that. The concept of reality as a mental projection aligns with philosophical ideas that suggest our consciousness creates our experience of the world. It's as if the universe is one giant hologram and your mind is the projector. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. If your mind is creating your reality, then changing your thoughts can directly alter your experienced reality. It's like having a magic wand that can reshape the world around you. Sound too good to be true? Well, there's actually scientific evidence to back this up. Have you ever heard of the placebo effect? It's a perfect example of how belief can lead to real physiological changes. People have experienced genuine healing simply because they believed they were receiving treatment. Their minds literally changed their physical reality. And it's not just limited to health. This principle manifests in every aspect of our lives. Think about cognitive biases, like confirmation bias. We tend to notice and remember information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. In other words, our mental frameworks are actively shaping our understanding of reality. Now imagine harnessing this power consciously. What if you could deliberately change your thoughts and beliefs to create the reality you desire? This isn't just wishful thinking. There's anecdotal evidence from individuals who have used mental transmutation techniques to manifest their desires. They've reported everything from improved relationships to unexpected financial windfalls. Are you starting to see the potential here? The law of mentalism isn't just some abstract concept, it's a tool of immense power. Those who understand and apply this principle can reshape their lives in ways that might seem miraculous to others. But here's the divine truth. This knowledge has been hidden from the masses for centuries. Why? Because those who understand it have an incredible advantage. They're not just living in reality, they're creating it. Think about the implications for a moment. If your thoughts create your reality, then mastering your mind means mastering your life. It means you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You're no longer a victim of chance or fate. You become the author of your own story, the creator of your own universe. Are you ready to have your mind blown? What if I told you that the wildest, most mind-bending discoveries in science are actually proving what ancient mystics knew all along? It's time to dive into the weird and wonderful world of quantum physics, where reality gets seriously strange. Think about how you understand the world around you. You see objects, you touch them, you know they're solid and real. But what if I told you that at the tiniest level nothing is as it seems? Welcome to the quantum realm, where the rules of everyday life simply don't apply. In this microscopic world, particles can be in two places at once. They can communicate instantly across vast distances, and they can even pop in and out of existence. It sounds like science fiction, right? But it's not. It's the cutting-edge science that's reshaping our understanding of reality itself. Let's talk about the observer effect. This mind-boggling phenomenon suggests that just by looking at something, you can change its behavior. Imagine you're watching a particle, and the very act of observing it causes it to behave differently. It's like reality is putting on a show just for you. This isn't some wild theory. It's been proven in labs around the world. Now, think about what this means for a moment. If your observation can influence consciousness, it's as if the universe is responding to your attention, your thoughts, your very awareness. Sound familiar? It's exactly what those ancient texts were talking about when they said, all is mind. But wait, it gets even weirder. Have you heard of the double slit experiment? This famous test shows that particles, like electrons, can behave both as particles and waves. When no one's watching, they create an interference pattern, acting like waves. But the moment they're observed, they snap into behaving like particles. It's like they know they're being watched. This experiment has left scientists scratching their heads for decades. It suggests that the very fabric of reality is somehow tied to consciousness. Your consciousness, my consciousness, the collective consciousness of humanity. It's as if the universe is one big thought, constantly reshaping itself based on how we perceive it. And if that's not mind-bending enough for you, let's talk about quantum entanglement. Imagine two particles that are so deeply connected that no matter how far apart they are, they instantly affect each other. You could separate these particles by light years, and they'd still be in sync. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, and it hints at a level of reality where everything is interconnected. Think about the implications of this for a moment. If particles can be instantly connected across vast distances, what does that say about the nature of our reality? It suggests that at some fundamental level, separation is an illusion. We're all part of one vast, interconnected web of existence. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the world's top physicists are starting to suggest that consciousness itself might be a fundamental aspect of the universe. They're proposing that our thoughts, our awareness, our very minds might directly influence the quantum world, and by extension, the physical world we see around us. This isn't just some fringe theory, it's being seriously discussed in scientific circles. And doesn't it sound strikingly similar to what those ancient texts were saying? The idea that all is mind, that our thoughts shape our reality. It's no longer just mystical philosophy. It's becoming cutting-edge science. So, what does all this mean for you? It means that the power of your mind isn't just some feel-good self-help concept. It's grounded in the most advanced scientific understanding we have of the universe. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your perceptions, they're not just passive observations of reality. They're active participants in creating that reality. What if I told you that some of the most successful people in the world aren't just lucky or hardworking? They're actually bending reality itself to their will. It sounds crazy, I know, but hear me out. We're about to dive into the secret world of reality benders, the elite who shape the world with their minds. Think about Steve Jobs for a moment. You've probably heard of his legendary reality distortion field. It wasn't just a catchy phrase. It was a real phenomenon that allowed him to achieve the seemingly impossible. Jobs had this uncanny ability to convince himself and others that they could do things no one thought possible. And guess what? They did. His team at Apple pushed boundaries and created groundbreaking products that changed the world. But here's where it gets really interesting. Jobs isn't alone in this ability. Bill Gates once said that Jobs could cast spells on people, making them believe in his vision and capabilities. It's like these titans of industry have tapped into some hidden power that the rest of us can't see. Now imagine if this wasn't just limited to a few tech geniuses. What if I told you that billionaires and world leaders across the globe are using similar techniques to manifest their desires? It's not just about positive thinking or setting goals. These people are actively shaping reality through the power of their minds. Here's the thing. While most of us are stuck in our limited worldviews, worrying about paying bills or getting that next promotion, the elite are playing a completely different game. They're using visualization techniques, daily affirmations, and maintaining a positive mindset to align their mental state with their goals. It's like they're speaking a different language to the universe, and the universe is listening. Think about it. How many times have you heard about a successful person who just seemed to attract opportunities effortlessly? It's not coincidence or luck. These reality benders are creating self-fulfilling prophecies through their beliefs and actions. They're not just hoping for success, they're calling it into existence. But what does this actually look like in practice? Imagine waking up every morning and spending time visualizing your goals as if they've already been achieved. Not just daydreaming, but really feeling the emotions of success, wealth, or whatever it is you desire. That's exactly what many of these elite individuals do. They're not just thinking about what they want. They're living it in their minds before it even happens in the physical world. And it's not just about personal success. These reality benders are shaping entire industries, economies, and even the course of history. They're not just participating in the world, they're actively creating it. It's like they've discovered a cheat code for life, and they're using it to rewrite the rules of the game. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds a lot like the law of attraction, and you're not wrong. But what these elite individuals are doing goes beyond just positive thinking. They're tapping into ancient wisdom that aligns perfectly with cutting-edge quantum physics. Remember how we talked about the observer effect and how our thoughts can influence reality at the quantum level? Well, these reality benders are taking that principle and applying it on a massive scale. But here's the divine truth. This power isn't reserved for the elite. The principles they're using are based on universal laws that anyone can apply. So why don't more people use them? That's the million-dollar question. Is it because this knowledge has been kept hidden? Or is it because most people simply don't believe it's possible? The truth is, many of us have been conditioned to think small, to believe that we're at the mercy of circumstances beyond our control. But what if that's just another reality that's been created for us? What if we could break free from those limitations and start bending reality ourselves? Have you ever stopped to wonder why the most powerful knowledge in the world isn't taught in schools? Think about it.
It's 8
From
hours.
a young age, we're fed a steady diet of information that keeps us small, compliant, and utterly unaware of our true potential. It's not by accident. There's a reason why you've been kept in the dark about the incredible power of your mind to shape reality itself. Imagine a world where everyone knew they could bend reality to their will, where manifestation wasn't just a new age buzzword, but a fundamental principle taught alongside math and science. Sounds incredible, right? But here's the divine truth. This knowledge has been around for centuries. It's just been carefully hidden from the masses, tucked away in ancient texts and guarded by secret societies. Why? Because knowledge is power, and those at the top of the pyramid don't want to share. They've created an intricate matrix of control, a system designed to keep you docile, distracted and utterly unaware of your own power. It's a masterclass in manipulation, and we've all been unwitting students. Let's break it down. Think about the messages bombarding you every day. The news tells you to be afraid. Advertising tells you you're not enough. Social media feeds your insecurities. It's a constant barrage of fear, doubt, and scarcity. And it's all by design. You see, the elite understand something profound, the power of manufactured consent. As Noam Chomsky and Edward Herman argue, the mass media in democratic societies functions as a propaganda system. It's not about informing you. It's about shaping your perception to align with the interests of the powerful. Here's where it gets really interesting. The techniques used in propaganda and advertising, they're eerily similar to the principles of reality manipulation found in those ancient texts. Emotional appeals, simplification of complex issues, loaded language, it's all there. But instead of empowering you, these techniques are used to keep you small and controllable. Think about the last advertisement you saw. Did it make you feel lacking in some way? Did it play on your fears or insecurities? That's not a coincidence. It's a carefully crafted message designed to keep you in a state of perpetual want, always chasing the next thing that promises to make you complete. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. You're already complete. You have everything you need to shape your reality. The power isn't in the products they're selling, it's in your mind. Now, let's talk about education. Have you ever wondered why critical thinking isn't a core subject in schools? Why we're taught to memorize facts but not to question the nature of reality itself? It's because a population that can think critically is harder to control. By not teaching these skills, the system perpetuates a cycle of ignorance and compliance. And it doesn't stop there. The rise of digital media has introduced new forms of propaganda. Computational propaganda, bots spreading biased information on social media. It's a whole new frontier of manipulation. Your perception of reality is being shaped with every scroll, every click, every share. But perhaps the most insidious part of this control matrix is how it disconnects you from your true self. The constant barrage of consumerism and materialism distracts you from your inner growth and self-discovery. You're conditioned to seek fulfillment through external means, never realizing that true power comes from within. It's a clever trick, isn't it? Keep people focused on the material world, and they'll never realize they have the power to shape it. Keep them in a state of fear and doubt, and they'll never dare to challenge the status quo. It's a perfect system of control, hidden in plain sight. But here's the thing. Once you see the matrix, you can't unsee it. And that's where your journey to true empowerment begins. Because understanding how you've been manipulated is the first step to breaking free. Imagine if you could transform your life as easily as changing your thoughts. Sounds too good to be true, right? But what if I told you that this power has been hidden in plain sight for centuries? It's called mental transmutation, and it's the practical application of the law of mentalism we've been exploring. Think about it. How often have you tried to change your external circumstances, only to feel like you're pushing against an immovable force? It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's where it gets interesting. While changing the world around you might seem impossible, changing your thoughts is something you can do right now, in this very moment. Are you ready to discover the step-by-step process that can reshape your reality? It all starts with awareness. You need to become conscious of your current mental state. What thoughts are running through your mind right now? Are they empowering or limiting? Once you've identified your thought patterns, it's time to set your intention. What do you want to change? Be specific. Visualize your desired outcome in vivid detail. Can you see it? Can you feel it? But here's the secret sauce: emotional alignment. You see, your emotions act as a bridge between your mind and the physical world. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You need to feel it too. Imagine how you'd feel if your desire was already a reality. Let that emotion wash over you. This is where the magic happens. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but how do I actually do this? Well, I've got you covered. Here are some practical exercises to get you started. Try daily affirmations. Speak your desires into existence. Use visualization techniques. Spend a few minutes each day picturing your ideal life in detail. And don't forget meditation. It's a powerful tool for reprogramming your subconscious mind. But here's where it gets really fascinating. Reality isn't just something that happens to you. It's more like a feedback loop. Your thoughts shape your experiences, and those experiences reinforce your thoughts. It's a cycle that's constantly in motion. And the best part? You have the power to influence it. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and decide to believe that opportunities are everywhere. Suddenly, you start noticing possibilities you've never seen before. A chance conversation leads to a job offer. A random idea turns into a successful business venture. It's not that these opportunities weren't there before. You just weren't tuned in to see them. Now, I know this might sound a bit out there, but think about it. Haven't you ever experienced a coincidence that seemed too perfect to be random? Or had a gut feeling that turned out to be spot on? These aren't flukes. They're glimpses of the power you hold within you. And here's the really exciting part. When you start applying these techniques consistently, the changes in your life can be rapid and profound. I'm talking about transformations that seem almost miraculous. People who've mastered mental transmutation report incredible shifts in their lives. Relationships improve overnight. Financial windfalls appear out of nowhere. Chronic health issues suddenly resolve. But remember, this isn't about waving a magic wand and expecting the world to change. It's about consistent practice. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. It's about becoming an active creator in your life, rather than a passive observer. Have you ever experienced a moment where reality seemed to glitch? Picture this. You're driving down a familiar road, one you've traveled countless times, when suddenly it leads somewhere entirely new. Impossible, right? Not according to thousands who've experienced reality glitches firsthand. These unexplainable phenomena challenge our understanding of the world and hint at the true nature of our reality. Let's dive into the fascinating world of reality glitches. These are moments when the fabric of our existence seems to tear, revealing glimpses of alternate timelines or parallel universes. It's as if the universe itself is malfunctioning, showing us that our reality isn't as solid as we believe. Consider the Mandela effect, a phenomenon where large groups of people share false memories. This term was coined by Fiona Broome, who noticed that many people incorrectly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, despite him actually passing away in 2013. It's not just a few confused individuals. We're talking about massive groups sharing the same false memory. Here's where it gets really interesting. In 2010, a study confirmed a widespread false memory involving the Bologna Centrale railway station clock. A staggering 92% of respondents falsely remembered the clock being stopped since a bombing in 1980. In reality, it was repaired shortly after the attack. How could so many people share the same incorrect memory? The Mandela effect goes beyond just mixed-up memories. Think about the Berenstain Bears. Many people swear it used to be spelled Berenstein. Or what about the Fruit of the Loom logo? Countless individuals vividly remember it featuring a cornucopia, which it never actually did. And let's not forget the famous Star Wars misquote. How many times have you heard someone say, "Luke, I am your father"? The truth is, Darth Vader never uttered those exact words. These shared false memories raise profound questions about the nature of reality. Are we experiencing glitches in the Matrix? Could our collective consciousness be shaping our perceptions and memories? The implications are mind-bending. But reality glitches aren't limited to shared false memories. People have reported experiencing time slips or timeline jumps. Imagine waking up one day to find that small details in your life have inexplicably changed. Your favorite coffee shop is suddenly on a different street, or a friend's eye color is now different. These subtle shifts can leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about reality. Then there are synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. You think of an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly they call you out of the blue. Or you keep seeing the same number sequence everywhere you look. These events suggest a deeper connection between our consciousness and the fabric of reality itself. What if I told you that understanding these glitches could enhance your ability to bend reality? By recognizing the malleable nature of our world, we open ourselves up to incredible possibilities. It's like discovering a secret back door to the universe's operating system. Think about it. If our collective beliefs and perceptions can shape shared memories, what else might they be capable of influencing? This aligns with ancient wisdom that suggests our thoughts and beliefs have the power to shape our experiences. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about understanding the fundamental nature of reality itself. Research by Elizabeth Loftus has shown how easily our memories can be influenced by suggestive questioning or misinformation. Her work demonstrates the malleability of human memory, supporting the idea that our recollections aren't as reliable as we'd like to believe. This malleability extends beyond just memory. It applies to our entire perception of reality. The concept of fuzzy trace theory in psychology offers another intriguing perspective. This theory proposes that we store memories in two ways: verbatim and gist. Gist memories, which capture the essence of an experience rather than exact details, are more prone to distortion. This could explain why so many of us share similar false memories. We're recalling the gist of something, but the details have been warped over time. Are you starting to see how deep this rabbit hole goes? The more we explore these reality glitches, the more we realize that our world isn't as fixed and unchangeable as we once believed. It's fluid, responsive, and intimately connected to our thoughts and beliefs. By understanding and harnessing this knowledge, you can start to consciously shape your reality. Just as the elite have used these principles for centuries to manifest wealth and success, you too can apply them to your life. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires, becoming an active creator in your life rather than a passive observer. This is your moment. The moment you seize the power to reshape not just your world, but the entire universe around you. Imagine a reality where every thought you have ignites a transformation, where your choices spark a chain reaction that uplifts everyone in your orbit. Now, the key is in your hands. Will you remain a passive bystander, or will you rise as an active creator of your destiny? If these deep dives have lit a fire in you, comment "More secrets" below. Every comment is a declaration, a commitment to exploring deeper, to breaking free of the chains that have kept you small for too long. Hit that like button to imprint this energy into your subconscious, and share this video with someone who needs to break through their limitations. Spread the message, because real power multiplies when it's shared. And if you're ready to step into a new dimension of awareness, subscribe to our channel and join the Philosophical Essence newsletter, your portal to exclusive insights that cut through the surface and dive into the very fabric of reality. This isn't just about manifesting wealth or success. It's about transforming your entire existence and igniting a ripple effect of change. The universe is shifting right now, and the choice is yours. Are you ready to be the catalyst for the change you want to see? Step into your power, ignite your destiny, and let's reshape reality together. Right now, you're either the predator or the prey. There's no in between. The prey waits for opportunities, hoping things will work out. They follow rules they never questioned, hesitate when decisions matter most, and react to life instead of shaping it. They work hard, but never smart. Always one step behind, watching others take the wins they could have had. But the predator creates opportunities. They see beyond the noise, move with precision, and act before anyone else realizes what's happening. They don't wait for permission. They dictate the game, control the flow, and force others to play on their terms, ensuring they win every time. High-level thinkers don't just work harder, they see reality differently. They move first, think faster, and stay ahead, while everyone else scrambles to keep up. They never wanted you to think like a predator. From birth, you were programmed to follow, obey, and doubt yourself. Trained to stay in line while the real players rewrote the rules in their favor. The truth? You were never meant to win under the system they created. You were meant to serve it. Right now, you're either in control or being controlled. Most people live their lives like pieces on someone else's chessboard, blindly following rules they never questioned. They wake up, go to work, chase goals they didn't set, and call it life. But deep down, you know something's off. And ever feel like you're playing a game you never signed up for? Like no matter how hard you try, you're running in place? That's not a coincidence. That's design. You've been conditioned to accept limits that don't exist, to chase success the slow way, while the elite move in ways you were never taught. But here's what they never wanted you to realize. You don't have to play by their rules. You can rewrite them. The world's most powerful minds, fighter pilots, FBI agents, chess grandmasters, aren't just talented. They think differently. They see moves before anyone else. They manipulate the game before it even begins. And once you learn how they do it, you'll never see reality the same way again. This isn't theory. This isn't motivation. This is a tactical advantage that separates the predators from the prey. If you don't master the predator mindset, you're already falling behind. Let's start by addressing one core fact. We humans absorb scripts from the day we're born. Your family, your teachers, the media, they all unknowingly played their part, drilling the same instructions into your subconscious. They tell us to play it safe. Work hard, but not too hard. To wait your turn. Success is rare. Money is scarce. And don't question the rules. And so you didn't. You accepted the script as truth. You followed the invisible track laid out for you, believing that if you just checked the right boxes, you'd eventually get ahead. But here's the part they never wanted you to realize. That script wasn't designed to make you successful. It was designed to keep you manageable. Look around. The people who truly win, the ones who control industries, who shape world events, who seem to bend reality itself, they don't follow the same rules you were given. They don't hesitate, they don't doubt, and they sure as hell don't wait for permission. Because they know something you don't. The game isn't fair, but it is hackable. Right now, your mind is cluttered with limits you never chose. You've been trained to hesitate, to second guess, to overthink. And because of that, every challenge feels like a wall. Every obstacle like a dead end. But what if you could delete that hesitation? What if you could see openings where others see barriers? What if you could move with such confidence and precision that doubt wasn't even a factor? That's how elite minds operate. When a fighter pilot takes control of a jet at speeds that defy logic, he doesn't waste a single thought on, can I do this? He's already programmed himself to push limits most people can't even comprehend. His mind is clear. His focus is absolute. When an FBI agent faces a life or death situation, he doesn't freeze. He doesn't let fear cloud his judgment. He doesn't second guess the intelligence he's gathered. He trusts his process, adapts instantly, and takes control before anyone else even knows what's happening. When a chess grandmaster sits across from an opponent, he doesn't see chaos. He doesn't see a crowded board with no options. He sees 10 moves ahead, setting traps, dictating the entire match, while his opponent is still reacting to the last move. When a world-class striker steps up to take a game-winning penalty in the final seconds of a championship, he doesn't think, what if I miss? He blocks out the noise, silences the doubt, and executes with the precision of a machine. He's already scored in his mind. The ball is just following his command. When a billionaire CEO is about to close a multi-billion-dollar deal, he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't negotiate from a place of fear. He walks into the room knowing he's already won, because he's outmaneuvered his competitors long before they even realized they were playing. When a surgeon is operating in the final seconds of a life or death procedure, he doesn't let the pressure consume him. He doesn't let panic interfere. He locks in, lets muscle memory take over, and performs with the precision of a sniper. And when an elite special forces soldier walks into an enemy-controlled zone, he doesn't feel fear. He becomes the fear. His mind calculates every possible threat. His senses are heightened, and before the enemy even sees him, he's already won. This is the difference. The weak hesitate. The elite execute. The weak get consumed by pressure. The elite thrive in it. They have shattered the limitations of ordinary thinking. They don't play the game everyone else is stuck in. They see the game from above. And now, you have a decision to make. Because the life you're living right now, it isn't a reflection of your true potential. It's a reflection of your programming, a script that was handed to you before you had a choice. A script that's been running on autopilot, shaping what you believe is possible, what you believe you deserve, and how you see yourself in the world. And once you realize that, you can rewrite it. At first, that might feel uncomfortable, even terrifying, because it means taking full responsibility for your reality. But the second you accept that you're in control, everything changes. This isn't about wishful thinking. This is about warping reality to your advantage. In this series, you'll learn the foundation of the predator mindset, a way of thinking so powerful it will erase hesitation, dismantle your limiting beliefs, and make confidence your default state. You'll discover how to see opportunities where others see obstacles, how to bend the rules of the game before anyone else even realizes the game is changing, how to move with the precision and dominance of a grandmaster while everyone else scrambles to keep up. This isn't just about winning, it's about never losing. You're about to step into a new way of thinking, where you don't just react to reality, you create it. By the end of this journey, you won't just believe anything is possible, you'll know how to make it possible. The rules of the game are about to change. Look around. Every road you drive on, every role you play, every choice you make, it's all governed by rules. Some are obvious, like traffic laws or workplace policies. But the most powerful rules, the ones that dictate how you live your life, you can't see them. They're invisible, woven into your mind before you ever had a chance to question them. You were programmed to obey them, to follow without thinking, to believe that what's normal is also what's true. But stop for a second. Who created these rules? Who benefits from you following them? Because the moment you start asking those questions, the game changes. Most of what you believe about success, money, and opportunity isn't based on truth. It's based on tradition. A script passed down from generation to generation, taught in schools, reinforced by society. You were told to be realistic, to fit in, to wait your turn. You were trained to see risk where high-level thinkers see opportunity. You were conditioned to fear failure while the elite use it as a stepping stone to dominance. This isn't because you lack intelligence or potential. It's because you were taught not to test the limits. And when you don't test limits, you never realize they were never real in the first place. The people who actually win in this world don't think like the masses. A fighter pilot doesn't panic when the sky turns against him. The average person would freeze, but he follows a different script. One built on precision, clarity, and control. He trusts the process while everyone else collapses under pressure. A world-class soccer player doesn't play the game the way amateurs do. He doesn't chase the ball. He predicts its movement, manipulates space, and forces the opponent into checkmate before they even realize what happened. A billionaire investor doesn't think in terms of money. He thinks in terms of leverage. While the masses work harder for every dollar, he positions himself to make millions in a single move. While most people react to the market, he shapes it. A chess grandmaster doesn't see a chaotic board, he sees control. He's already planned 10 moves ahead, while his opponent is still reacting to the last move. He doesn't play by the game, he manipulates it. An FBI profiler doesn't accept surface-level evidence. While others assume, he questions. He challenges every detail, searches for hidden patterns, and finds what no one else can see. A master poker player doesn't play the cards. He plays the other players. While amateurs focus on luck, he forces his opponents into predictable mistakes. He makes them think they have control, only to pull the rug out from under them at the perfect moment. A military general doesn't react to war. He controls the battlefield before the first shot is even fired. While others react to chaos, he prepositions his pieces, so victory is inevitable before the enemy even knows what's happening. A Wall Street trader doesn't watch the news for stock tips. He moves before the headlines even break. While the average investor panics, he exploits their fear, buying when they sell, selling when they buy. By the time the world catches up, He's already made his fortune. A world-renowned surgeon doesn't crack under pressure. He thrives in it. As the room fills with tension, as the monitors beep with life or death urgency, he stays ice cold, hands moving with the precision of a machine. Failure is not an option. An elite special forces operative doesn't fear the unknown. He becomes it. In the dead of night, while the enemy sleeps, he's already inside their stronghold. Before they even realize he's there, it's already over. What do they all have in common? They refuse to follow invisible rules. They don't accept limitations. They don't let the world define their boundaries. They don't ask for permission to think differently. And that's why they dominate. Here's your moment of truth. The life you're living right now, it's not a reflection of what you're truly capable of. It's a reflection of the script you've been running on. But here's the secret. You can rewrite it. The second you start questioning the script, challenging what you've blindly accepted, you start bending reality in your favor. Most people won't do this. They'll stay in the cage, convinced the bars are real. But a select few, they wake up. They break the script. They step into a new reality, one where limits don't apply. And if you're ready, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Because once you see the rules for what they are, you never have to follow them again. By the end of this video, you won't just understand these hidden rules. You'll know exactly how to dismantle them, just like the elite do in high-stakes environments. You'll learn the strategic thinking of chess grandmasters, how they predict and manipulate outcomes before the opponent even realizes what's happening. You'll gain the emotional control of FBI negotiators, how they command any situation without breaking a sweat. You'll adopt the focus of fighter pilots, how they cut through chaos, react faster, and execute with precision when it matters most. Because once you see the bars of the cage, you can't unsee them. And once you recognize the limits imposed on you, the door swings open. Think about this. You decide you want a red sports car. Suddenly, you see them everywhere, on the highway, in your neighborhood, at the gas station. Did reality change? No, your brain did. What you just experienced is the reticular activating system, RAS, at work. A powerful filter in your brain that determines what gets your attention and what fades into the background. It decides what's important, what's real, based on what you focus on. Most people go through life completely unaware of this. They think the world just is the way they see it, never realizing they're only seeing what their brain allows. And that's the problem. If your RAS is programmed to look for obstacles, you'll find them. If your RAS is trained to expect failure, you'll confirm it. If your RAS believes opportunities are rare, you'll never see them, even when they're right in front of you. This is why the average person struggles while high-level thinkers dominate. Look at an FBI profiler trained in behavioral analysis. Most people hear words, but they hear intention. They notice the flicker of doubt in a suspect's eyes, a hesitation, a shift in tone. Clues the average person dismisses as noise, because their RAS isn't trained to detect them. Now take a fighter pilot in combat. While the untrained mind panics, his brain is scanning everything. The engines hum, air pressure shifts, micro movements of enemy aircraft. He doesn't just react, he anticipates. His RAS filters out the irrelevant, keeping only what matters for survival and victory. Or a billionaire investor. He doesn't see the world the way the average person does. He doesn't watch the news and react to it. He sees patterns forming long before the public does. He trains his brain to recognize signals that others are blind to. This isn't luck, it's wiring. The elite train their RAS to filter reality in their favor. So opportunities, power moves, and winning strategies aren't just random events. They become inevitable. Here's the truth. Your RAS is already working. Right now. It's either working for you or against you. If you're seeing limits, struggle, and missed opportunities, it's because that's what your brain has been programmed to find. But if you rewire it, If you program it like the elite do, you start seeing what others can't. You notice the moves before they happen. You anticipate, adapt, and control the game while everyone else is stuck reacting to it. And in this series,